Hey everyone, Proof here from Barefaces Legal. Just wanted to give a quick shout out for our Barefaces Legal Money Bomb this weekend. We're going to have a fundraising event for October 2nd, 3rd, 4th. The reason why we're doing this is because we need money for funding for lawsuits. I think there's a number of different avenues that we need to go. One, I think the airline industry needs some feather ruffling. I think there's a lot of stores that refuse medical exemptions. I am so tired of places that require 2-year-olds and under to wear a mask. And we have to say something. The media and the public is generally 100% against us. And we've generated almost no offense. And that needs to change for us to progress. It's one thing to just talk, but when you got 35,000 members and we're silent, why? We shouldn't be. And we can do this if we work together. So 35,050, just over 35,000. So if we average $10 a person, this is $350,000. We could do a lot. We could do amazing things. We can get several lawsuits going. We can have an advertising budget. And we'll be able to fight this. If we average $5 a person, we're looking at 175,000. We could still get a few lawsuits started. We can get a little advertising budget. If we did $1 a person on the average, you're looking at 35,000. We could do something with that. We can get one lawsuit started, a major lawsuit, maybe a smaller one, and still be able to put a couple thousand towards advertising. If all we got was 10 cents a person, that's $3,500. We can at least get an advertising budget going. And the reason why the advertising budget to me is important, I'm not saying it's the most important thing, but we got to have some kind of offense generated other than me going through various traffic streams and posting stuff 8 to 10 hours a day. It's not sustainable, not for one person. And we do have a small crew, but it's a very small crew, and we need help. We're not going to win at our current model, and we have to get up off the couch, get up off our phone, and actually do something. You can't have 35,000 members and just sit quiet and just wait magically for a unicorn to come out and wave pixie dust at stuff. We have to come together, and we have to do it now. And if we don't start soon, welcome to Maskville for the next 5 years. And I'm not going to tell people that you have to wait for somebody else. We're not in wait mode. We're big enough to do this on our own. And no, I'm not going to take the donation money and buy weed and hookers with it. We have a legitimate... Hold on, my cat's in front of here. Come on, Harry's. And we have a legitimate need for this, and I'm going to be here to help facilitate. And for those that don't know me, I've ran Barefoot as legal since 2015. And people might think I'm an ass because I want stuff done. And rightfully so if I'm the founder and president and I'm putting my own money towards it. But I can't put $350,000 of my own pocket into this. And we can't sit around. So I'm hopeful that you guys out here watching this will help us. There's donation box. It's called Donor Box. We're not going through GoFundMe. We don't want to take any chances with them because who knows? They might not like our cause. It gets rejected. And who knows who gets the money. But we have to generate some offense. And like I was saying, if you think I'm going to just waste money on this, then keep your money. But I've been at this. People may or may not like barefoot is legal. That's not the issue on this video. But nobody can tell you I've ever misappropriated funds once. So it's not about that. It's about trying to get ahead on this mask game, because sitting around every day we wait is harder for us. If we would have started 2 weeks ago, at least New York City wouldn't have a $1,000 fine for being seen in public without your face diaper on. These communists are playing for keeps. And we're just sitting back magically thinking that Trump is going to fix this on November 4th when they've already came out and said it doesn't matter if Trump wins all 50 states, they're going to contest this. And they're going to try to allow Nancy Pelosi to decide who the president is. So obviously that would be terrible. And are we willing to just wait? What are we waiting for? It's not getting better. Maybe if you're in Florida, but when you have the governor saying no more mask mandates, no more fines, but a private business can set up whatever rules they want, and some of these businesses are promising masks forever now. So the governor can say no, but if a sushi place decides, you know what, I'm going to require everybody to wear a mask and goggles and gloves to eat in my building, is that what we want? Because that's where it's going. So we need your help. RealBareFacesLegal.org. If you have not found our Facebook yet, just look up Bareface is Legal. There's 35,000 members in the group and about 95 to 9,600, I think, on the business page. Hopefully it's over 10 by the time you're seeing this. So we need your help. If you don't like mask mandates, and for those of you out there that are saying you love your mask, that's all fine. My big thing is, why are we allowing fines and arrests and harassment for medical exemptions for 2-year-olds with autistic kids? Somebody had a triple bypass surgery. They're told don't wear a mask for 30 days. Well, guess what? They make you put on a mask to get in the taxi to go home. So you're going to violate doctor's orders immediately within the first hour of being out of the hospital. And for those of you that say it's just a mask, well, it's just a vaccine. It's just a chip. When you have medical issues, it is not just. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. And that's why there's medical exemptions. And for those of you that think you're healthy, well, you never know when you can have an underlying condition. Or you're watching a grandkid that's 1.5 years old and the grocery store won't let them in because they're not wearing a mask. And if you think it's awesome to put a mask on a 7-month-old, that I hope you know that's child abuse. So we need your help fighting this back. So I'm not saying it's pro-mask, because it's definitely not. It's pro-choice. You want to wear your mask, that's fine. You leave everybody else alone and let everybody else figure out their health journey. Because the cloth mask, if you don't watch the tag, it gives you a warning. It says this mask may give you cancer, and it will make you infertile, especially if it's made in China. And if you're saying that it's lying, well, then sue the manufacturer. They're telling you the truth, and just because, oh, that's from California, do you think they have different chemicals on the masks in California as the rest of the world? I don't think so. They're not going to have one specific factory make masks only for the state of California. And then if you have the disposable mask on the box, actually my wife is a teacher. She bought masks for school. And on the package of the Old Navy masks, it says it does not protect anyone from anything, including COVID-19. So if it's not protecting you from anything, including COVID-19, why are you wearing it to protect yourself from COVID-19 under a government-issued mandate? It's mandated that you waste your time and lose business over this? Over having to wear something to protect you that says on the box or package it doesn't protect you? Anyway, I hope you can help us here. We're going to have, hopefully, a lot of our other management members come on here. We're going to do something. I hope we can be productive here. I have confidence that we'll get something on the board this weekend. But we need to make this a big deal. If you don't like mandating masks by fine or an arrest, then help us out. RealBareFacesLegal.org. There's a donor box. Donate whatever you think you can. We also have other options. We have links for Giving Assistant, which is just like Honey or Retail Me Not. And if you use our link, you get $10, we get $10. So you can order stuff like Chewy.com. You can get your clothes online, whatever it is that you buy. If you're going to a hotel, you can use that $10. And obviously, we'll get it for referring you. If you want to help us out with groceries, there's areas where there's 5 major grocery stores in your city, and all 5 have mask Nazis outside the store. They have their mask bouncers waiting to watch you, and they got people walking the floor to look at people's noses. And if they see your nose, they could take your grocery cart from you. They don't care if you have to use your asthma inhaler right in the store. There's a 16-year-old that was in a school. Lex Pagan is her name. I don't really want to call her out, but she's in the news for it. Her son was throwing up due to a panic attack, literally vomiting on the floor. And the police arrest him for not wearing a mask in school. He had his mask. He took it off to throw up, and that wasn't good enough. He's supposed to throw up in his mask and then walk around with it all day. That's what they want, I guess. But they arrested him. He's like, I have my mask here. I'm throwing up on the floor. Well, yeah, but you're not wearing it, so we got to get you out of here. That's what we want? Even China wasn't this bad. Is this making us a better community by making people throw up in a mask and walk around with it all day? Because obviously if you took it off after you threw up in it, you're going to get arrested for that anyway. So for those of you that, I went off on a tangent, but you have grocery store issues, we got you. We got Imperfect Foods. And they're an online grocery store through most of the U.S. They're not in the Mountain Time Zone, and they're not in the South. But for everything else, they're there. And they have grass-fed meats and dairy. They have organic snacks. They got regular and organic produce. And for groceries, I like this thing. Now, I will say you have to look at your cart when you get your groceries and do an inspection, because The last 2 times I ordered, I had things missing out of my cart. But you just let them know, they take it off, you don't pay for it. Just sucks because you were looking forward to it. Like, I ordered a cinnamon roll, a cinnamon bread last week, it didn't show up. But they just take it off, it's not the end of the world. But if you use our link, once again, you get $10. And then I get $10. And if you want to start local chapters of Barefaces Legal, that's what we need. And we can help you try to figure out a local fundraising goal as well. Because first you got to get organized, and then you can try to figure out how to do things locally in your area. But that's what we need. We need a local presence. We need a nationwide presence. We need lawsuits happening. And we need to make this a thing to fight back against the social justice warriors that feel as though they can pick you up and carry you out of a store for not putting a face diaper on, even though it's not their concern and they don't know your health issues. So, once again, realbarefaceslegal.org. Look for the donor box. Anything from $1 to $10. If you could do more, that would cover us for somebody else that can't do it. Hey, if we raised $1 million, that would be awesome. I don't expect it, but if we did it, we can win. We need an online marketing blitz. We need billboards out there. We got to take this off of just Spybook and go viral with it so that people know that there's a presence. Like I've said before, out of 100% of the people out there, 10% are adamant against masks like us. You got 30% who are social justice warriors who will do the arguing, fighting, throwing coffee in people's faces for not wearing a mask. And then you got the 60% of the public that don't like the masks, but they wear them because they don't want to get bullied by the 30%. So you got the 60% who are afraid of getting bullied by the 30%. So they side over with the 30%, so it looks like 90% against 10%. So that's why they're running all that offense, because of compliance. If we stop complying, we win. But because 90% of the public is willing to comply, then they can crack down on people like us, and they somehow think that the tyranny ends with the mask. It's only just the beginning. The mask is only strike one. Strike two is going to be the vaccine, and strike three is going to be the microchip. And don't think it's fake. You can go look that up easily on any search engine you choose. I don't have to sell that to you. It doesn't take Shaggy and Scooby-Doo in a mystery van to figure that out, I promise. Anyway, one last plug. realbarefaceslegal.org. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Bareface is legal. Facebook, we got a business page with 9,600 people roughly. And we have our Facebook group with just over 35,000. All right, I'm going to see you on the outside here. Hopefully we do this. Thank you.